Well, hello, good evening, everybody. If everyone's wondering what I got on, it's a caftan. It's not from Timu. It's just something I wear around the house, hanging around South Fork. I'm kidding, but no, it's freezing here today, absolutely freezing. So this is the part two of catching you all up with Chantal. Actually, let me move over a little bit. Okay, before I do that, come here, Dido. Come say hi. Say hi. Come on, Baba. Oh, she's such a. Come and say hi. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on up. Come on. Jump up. Dido, come here. Come here. Come on. Oh, you can't see her. Hold on a minute. Let's see if I can move the camera down. Oh, no, you still can't see her. Okay, come here. Come on. Up here. Up, 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 up. There she is. This is Lady Diana. You didn't see her in my other videos. She's tired. They had a sleep. And are you tired, Bubba? Yes. And that's Lady Diana Spencer. And Sir Winston is, I've got my door closed and I see his head peering through the glass. Hold on 1 second. Come on, baby. Come on, Bubba. Come on. You can get up here. Say, hey, move over, Dido, move. Move over. Come on, you can get up here, Winnie. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Give Mummy kisses. Yeah. All right, come on. Make room for Winston. No. Over here. There you go. All right, and this is Sir Winston, who you already know. Dido didn't come out the other day. She doesn't hang around me when I'm cooking, but he does. All right. You can both lay down there for a minute while Mama's talking. Okay? Now, so this is the catch up with Chantal, Foodie Beauty. Now, as promised, I couldn't find the video yesterday when she very first came back home, but I found it and we'll play a little bit of that. And you know, the thing about that is upsetting about this video is that she's so like full of hope and really believed this guy, man. Anyway, let's play it. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now she just got back and this is what she had to say. Let me remove myself.
The car, the new car, not the Kia, and just coming home. And I have to say, now really being back and forth couple different times, this feels more like home for me right now. So the biggest thing, when I came home and our apartment door was opened, I want to almost cry because I didn't even recognize our place. It was such a big shock. I'll show you our like Salah basically redecorated the entire place. Um, well, the living room and the bedroom, and then Harry, we call
And the thing about this, look how happy she was, but I would have had the opposite reaction to that. First of all, you thought I was going to be gone for like 3 years max. That was the plan. This place, she'd been gone exactly 3 weeks. So 2 of those weeks, he had no idea that Kay Bella was going to out him the way she did. So he had basically a week to do all of this. And then when she comes back in a hurry, it's all, for her. I don't believe that for one freaking second. I would have kicked his ass. I would have kicked his ass. Well, maybe not in Kuwait. Yeah, I would have. I'm sorry. I'd have happily gone to jail simply because of the stuff he was saying to Kay Bella. Just some crazy. And then barking like a dog. I mean, oh my God, hell no. No. And then I come back and you've completely made it into a bachelor pad. It wasn't Chantal friendly, that place. It was not. It looked nice, true enough, it did, but it wasn't catered for her. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. And the thing about it was, she thought it was, okay? And she's so happy here, and I just hate that he's doing this. I do. I'd like to kick his ass. Anyway, I'm going to move it along a little bit so she can show you the apartment. Okay, hold on.
All mirror. It's beautiful. The living room. So I'll show that to you now. So here it is, our new living room.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt here, but look at this now. Prior to her leaving, they had this. See those blue curtains in the back? That was more or less the color of the couch, just a little brighter. It was horrendous. There's no way I would have had that in my living room, no way at all. Now, first of all, I mean, it looks very nice, okay? For normal sized people, you could probably walk past. Even normal sized people, where that coffee table is an issue. Getting back and forth or whatever. I wouldn't have even put that in there. No way. Now, number one, the couch is too big for the space. And okay, all right, you're stuck with that couch. I would have repositioned it. I probably would have moved that couch there at the back by the windows. The coffee table has to go. When guests come and they're all seated, they maybe get a slimmer coffee table, like a long one instead of a round one. You know what I mean? Like a long glass one would have looked okay. Get rid of those horrendous curtains. They're absolutely horrible. When you look out of Chantal's apartment, I mean, I don't know what the living room faces, but the bedroom faces the beach, the sea. It's a beautiful view. And if that's the same view, those curtains got to go. Get blinds, get something else. That blue is just horrendous. And as I said yesterday, I don't like the cushions at all. Those gold cushions, no, get rid of them. It doesn't match, not at all. Now look at the dining table. Look at the table there, over there on the left. Now, he knows good and goddamn well Chantel is not going to fit on that chair. Or that table. The table is too small. And look where it is. No. He's a man, though, he did a good job, but I would have had to change it when I got there. And that's the thing as well. If you're redecorating, you just don't go and pick out furniture without me getting my approval. That's for damn sure. If I've got to sit and look at that shit for I don't know how many years, I'm picking it or run it by me. You know what I mean? But that wasn't the case. As soon as Chantel left, he sorted this out, made it into a nice little bachelor pad, new carpet, everything. Now it does look nice. I'm not saying that. I would get rid of that thing. I don't know what that organizer thing is, but that doesn't match either. That would have to go. And those horrible, horrible curtains, please get rid of them. Get white linen, something else, you know, where you can see the view. I mean, I don't know what the living room looks out onto, but the bedroom, she said, looks out onto the beach, you know, the sea, and it's a beautiful view. If it's a beautiful view, get rid of those horrible curtains. Get some pull down blinds, get something else, you know. But look at that dining table. She's not going to be able to fit on that. He didn't decorate this with her in mind, is my opinion. And she's so happy and so elated. You know, I feel bad for her. I really do. Anyway, let's continue.
Look how different and amazing this looks, guys. We have a slightly different color scheme. We still did the old, but we have a brand new, larger carpet. This is sort of new, but we kept this little organizational cubby thing. I really like it. And here we have a little dining set. I didn't even know we had room for a dining area, but a little 4-seater. And
I mean, seriously, look at that. She's not going to fit in them chairs. That wasn't set up for her. No. I mean, it does. It makes me angry because I think, why can't she like see this? This was not set up for her.
I love these little fake lights inside, but these little jars of lights that Salah picked out, they're so cute. We have the new sofa. It is a traditional type of Dioania style sofa set, and it kind of wraps around the whole living room. I really love the color. It kind of brightens up the room and goes well with the carpet. And here we have a table set that comes with a large table and 3 smaller.
Sorry to interrupt again. It does not go well with the carpet, Chantal. The sofa is beige. The carpet is grey. Now, a grey sofa or a cream sofa, which I wouldn't get a cream sofa simply because you got that cat, you know, Julia and Howie. No. But grey would match that. It does not match, actually. It looks nice. I'm not saying it doesn't. But as far as color-wise, no, it does not.
Tables, and the cool thing is you can remove the tables and put them anywhere you want. We have one in the corner with the lamp, and we have our Quran and a nice roses decoration in the center of the table. And obviously the best part about this condo is the seaside view. It just adds that.
There you go. What did I say? Look at the view. And you've got those horrendous, ugly curtains up there. I mean, Salah doesn't know he's a man. But Chantel, I would totally get rid of those. Get something light and airy where you can, blinds or something where you can look out. You know, when you open them, it lets the light in. I hate those curtains. I hate them.
that touch, you know. There's also this wall decoration that Salah picked out. Also matches with everything. Of course, the cat loves all the new furniture. She's so cute. Look at her. Oh my gosh.
And in case you're wondering, here's my big boy getting his big daily peanut. He loves peanuts, and he likes to use those little choppers of his to open the shell. Oh, I missed my cute mouse rat, big hamster boy. Yes, I did.
And this was our first breakfast together, a traditional Arabic breakfast with falafel, different kinds of jubin or cheese, patsia, which is hummus with ful, and we had some sandwiches there and some fatar. It was very, very delicious. You know how much I love the falafel. Oh, in the middle of the cheese platter, it comes with jam and it has tomatoes and za'atar and olive.
Okay. This is why I think this man is trying to kill her. He must have a huge life insurance policy somewhere. Her blood sugar when she left was over 400. She has taken it since on a faulty looking blood sugar thing. It was cracked and it said 8 something. Even 8 isn't good. It's not. And I'll get to that in a second. But why is he giving her? What the hell is going on here? I mean, really. It just makes me angry. It really does. Anyway, as you saw the living room and, you know, what Salah had done. Hang on one second. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so you saw the living room. You saw what Salah had done. And, you know, she's better than me. Let me put it that way. She's better than me. I'd be in some Kuwaiti jail right now, probably rotting away, literally. Anyway, so as we said yesterday, she starts to go on this health kick. She's walking, you know, they're going to parks and, you know, doing all this stuff. And I really, really thought, oh, she's going to do it. She's going to do it. I was really rooting for her. I really was. And I know all the reaction channels, but you know, the difference is I've only been watching Chantal for a couple of months. They've been watching her for 7 years, so they know the deal. You know, they know the deal. Now, right after she's on this health kick, the healthy sandwich you saw yesterday, the doorstopper tuna sandwich with just about everything bad you can think about was in it. This is the next thing she does. So, and this is where I started like thinking, oh my God, hold on a minute. Let me, okay. Okay, so let's take a little look at this one.
We're set up. Mumtaz. Excellent. So, I was feeling a bit too skinny, so I thought I would have a cheat meal. Anyway, cheat meal, I guess. I don't really want to call it like a cheat meal. It's just a meal I feel like having, and I'll just eat accordingly, like healthier for the rest of the day. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about.
Okay, so what have we got here? We've got cheese fries, that the cheese all looks congealed. I often wonder about this when any of them, well, especially Chantal, does these mukbangs, is because she's talking and the food is getting cold. See, I couldn't eat it like that. I'd have to, it's got to go in the microwave. I wouldn't eat this anyway, but if I were to eat it, it would have to be hot. And you could already see it's been delivered. It probably wasn't really hot to start with. And it looks like cheese, fries, a quesadilla. Oh my God.
Or make excuses for what I'm eating. I just want to eat it. So, you know, if you want to watch me have dinner, fine. If not, fine. So, anyways, yeah, so I'm having, this is their double quesadilla meal. This is double quesadilla. No, this is just them serving normal portions because they're cheap as is. Normally, I guess, if they like, if this is double, they only give you this. Normally, no.
Wait a minute. That's enough to feed a small African village. What do you mean it's not? That looks like a whole quesadilla, number one. It's not what you should be eating, and you know that. So I'm not going to keep harping on about what you should be eating or not eating. But it's portion control as well. You shouldn't be eating this at all with your blood sugar the way it is, but you know, that's the way it is. Anyway, I'm not going to. I'm being observant of the time, so let me get to the next one. Hold on. You know, this is like, oh, madam. Anyway, right after that, they go on a walk, they go to the mall, you know, they do other things. And then this.
There, Beezers, want a personalized video from me to you that you can keep forever? Or maybe a special shout out? Okay, yes. Oh my god.
Now, she's just made this pot pie, right?
As you can see, I'm eating pot pie. Look at the chicken.
Holy shit.
I need to open it.
I'm sorry, Chantal, but this pot pie is horrendous. It's enough to feed a family of 6. And when she put the pot pie down, there was already a big chunk gone, which she blames later on Salah, her husband. I don't believe that to be true. I think she started in on it and decided to film it. She'd already started on it, and you can tell by the way it goes on. Okay, hold on.
Now, my pie crust is made with oil, not butter, not lard, and whole wheat flour. Super flaky. And I'm eating out of the dish because I just feel like it. Beauty bite. So there.
Here we go. Kimberly calculated from the beginning, how do I become famous?
Corn, beans, like green beans, carrots. Oh, my homemade gravy.
Oh my God, Beauty Bite. She's taken these massive spoonfuls, massive. I mean, good Lord. And it's hot as shit, as you can see. She's burning herself with it. So, you know, I mean, oh my God. Anyway, let's move it along a little bit because I want to get some other stuff in. I don't want to have to do a part 3 really, but it may turn out that way because this is ridiculous. I mean, my God.
Okay. I added cabbage, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit more vinegar, and a bit of honey. It's been in there about 30 hours. Oh, and garlic. It's delicious. Wow. It's so good. Essentially, milk, water, chicken stock, the chicken drippings from the legs, salt, pepper, onion powder, 7 spice, a bit of Parmesan, Worcestershire sauce. And there's so much chicken and black pepper. Not that salty.
Okay, so you basically get the gist of this. Ultimately, she ends up eating almost half of it, and she admits later when she got off camera, she had a few more bites, beauty bites. Well, you see what the beauty bites look like. Now, you know, oh, it just, I don't even know what to say. So, let me remove this. All right. So, here's the thing. Hold on one second. Let me get my, because I had to jot a few things down so that, you know, I don't forget anything. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, her health. Far as the diabetes and stuff. You know, why I can talk about this is because I myself, a few years back, I think my highest weight was 182. Could have been 83. I'd always been skinny all my life. I always liked sweets, you know, ice cream, chocolate, you name it, I'd want it. And I happened to go to, you know, do my regular health checkout, and I think my sugar at that time was 7. Yeah, 7. They said I was pre-diabetic. I'm on the borderline. I could turn it around. And like Chantal here, it's not that, you know, I knew about diabetes, I knew the deal, but and it wasn't that I was in denial, but maybe it was in a bit like, it'll be okay, it'll be okay. And I continued to eat the same way. Now, the difference between me and Chantal was I don't really eat takeout food. I never did. We were raised to cook. 6 o'clock, you had the dinner on the table, you know, and it is meat, 2 veg, whatever it was. I didn't eat, you know, I wasn't at McDonald's and all that stuff. I was raised to cook. And when I was raising my children, that's what I did. 6 o'clock, dinner was on the table. They could call me whatever, you know, later on, but hey, dinner was always on the table because that's how I was raised. So I wasn't raised with takeout. So since coming to America, I still didn't really get into the takeout thing. Here and there I would, you know, pizza once in a while, but it would be 1 or 2 slices max. I don't like McDonald's. I would never eat that. I used to like their breakfast though. Now their breakfast I would eat. I'd get the big breakfast, you know, I'd get all this stuff. And when I was first told, you know, I was pre-diabetic, I didn't pay much mind. Anyway, what happened is I was coasting along just fine, and then I got a really bad flu, and I put it down to the flu. I was constantly going to the bathroom. I had the flu and the diabetes was kicking in more, I believe. You know, I was constantly going to the bathroom. At one point, like, I can see far away, but I couldn't see, you know, like now when I'm reading, I have to wear glasses to read, but I could see signs far away. And it got to be where those signs got blurry. And I was feeling really, really bad. And I didn't go to the hospital. I went to urgent care. And when they took my blood sugar, it was 200. 200. And I had to sign a piece of paper to say that they had told me it was 200 and that really I should go to the emergency room. This is at 200. Chantal's was at 400. And anyway, they put me on metformin, and I took that for a bit, and then I kicked into gear. I went on a diet, and I agree with her as far as restriction. You know, I'm a lover of all the carbs, potatoes, bread, especially Italian bread, French bread. You know, I love cheese. Not as much as Chantal loves cheese. I mean, regular amounts of cheese. You know, it wasn't so much that I was overeating. Well, I was overeating, obviously, to be that weight. I'm 5'7", and I should be 125 pounds. I'm still not that now. I don't think I've seen that since I was 16. You know, and I don't know if I'll ever see it again, but I am trying. You know, I watch what I eat now. I went to the gym actually today. It's going to be on my community page. I haven't been there in 6 months. They haven't seen me in 6 months. I've been paying them for nothing. But, you know, it's time to start taking care of your health. And I understand Chantal in a lot of ways as far as, you know, like, for example, I can eat a regular dinner, regular sized, and then I'll want something sweet. I'll want ice cream or maybe a chocolate or something, you know what I mean? And it is difficult to not, you know what I mean? I do. I totally get where she's coming from with that. But I don't give in to the cravings. You know, you might want something, but if I want something sweet now, I'll take a piece of fruit. And there's certain fruits. Who knew? A mango has the equivalent of sugar as 3 Snicker bars, 1 mango. And I was eating mangoes out the arsehole thinking, oh, I'm eating good. No, I'm not. Bananas, another one. You know, I would make these little fruit cocktails. I'd put my bananas in there. Equally as bad, apparently. You know, I'm like, well, what the hell? You know, what am I supposed to do? Eat dirt? You know. Anyway, I did take control of it. And when I went back after that, my blood sugar was 7. And what the doctor told me was that they like to see it under 7, and then I can no longer take the metformin. I recently went for a blood check, you know, where they do your A1C and stuff like that. And I have to go back and discuss that. Last time I did it, everything came back good. So you can do it. You know what I mean? I understand where she's coming from, because even now, sometimes I think, oh, fuck it, I'm going to have a piece of chocolate, or I'm going to have a croissant, or I'm going to have, you know, whatever. But what I do now, when I go grocery shopping, and this is what I want to talk to you about, Chantal, a little bit. When you go grocery shopping, stay to the outsides of the aisle. In the middle is where all the crap is. You know, stay to the outsides, then you're not tempted. And don't go there hungry, because you're going to be picking up shit. Like I saw your haul, those croissants. I mean, my God, you know you're not supposed to be eating them. You know that. I mean, I'm not saying don't have a croissant. Buy 2. A little bit, you know, we have a saying in England, a little bit of what you fancy does you good. And so, you know, I'm not saying don't have fries, don't have this, don't have that, but in moderation. And I think that's the problem, you know, and portion size. Chantel, you know, you ate that whole pot pie. You know you did. Salah wasn't eating that. I know that. Okay? He wasn't eating that. You ate it. And it's nothing wrong with having a pot pie. But you know what? You could have made a smaller version and satisfied your craving. You know, I'm not saying don't eat and don't have what you want, but, you know, I am really concerned for your health. You know, look what happened to Jen. Anyway, what else did I want to tell you while I'm at it? Japan. I heard you talking about, you know, you want to travel, you want to go to Japan. Don't go to Japan. And here's why. There's a new British show out. It's called Around the World in 80 Ways. And what they've done is they've collected a lot of obese people, and they're taking them around the world to see how the other half live, how they eat, etc. First place they take them to is Japan. I think it might be on YouTube. Possibly, I haven't looked. It's called Around the World in 80 Ways. So, first place was Japan. It was so humiliating for these people. Kids were pointing and laughing. They're going down the street. People are, they give 0 fucks there. They will point at you and laugh at you. I saw you in Thailand. I saw how uncomfortable you were in, you know, around people. And, you know, when you went to the restaurant and the woman is filming you because they can't believe your size. Don't ever go to Japan unless you're serious and you lose some weight. I'm telling you right now. These people were so humiliated. They, you know, it's a reality show type thing. And they were shocked that, you know, people actually stood in the street and point, oh, that's so rude. But see, in Japan, you have to work out. I'm not saying there aren't obese people there. There are, but they're not on the street. They're not, you know, because they'll be ridiculed and laughed at. It's part of, in the morning, the government makes them work out before they even go to work. So don't go to Japan, girl. Don't do it. Okay, now. So here's the thing. So, all right, you're deciding to stay in Kuwait. I think that's a mistake. I don't think you belong in Kuwait. You're not that type of person. you're conforming to what Salah wants you to be. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to end in tears. Salah is a young man. He's going to want a family that's expected of him. That's why his family, they don't approve of this. They don't, and you know that. And but you're not admitting that to yourself. And I get it. You know, you feel like he loves you and whatever. I'm not saying, I believe, you know, you've been there a year. He has some affection for you, but not in the way you want, you know, as a wife, as a woman. You know, I don't think so, because it's the culture. It's the culture. It really is. And I heard you saying the other day, you know, because I'm fat or because people are fat doesn't mean they don't deserve to be loved. Of course, everybody deserves to be loved. But I wish you'd have waited for the one that really loved you. Look at the past record, Nada, Meta, all these guys want something from you. Every single one of them. The only one that hadn't wanted something from you was BB and Pete. Anybody after that, it was either Meta, you met him one day and you're talking marriage, you're talking all this crap. Day two, he's bossing you around and it ends in disaster. Why? Because at that time you were pretty wild, you know, and he wanted you to be a certain way. 4 weeks after that, you meet Salah. And then you're in Kuwait a few weeks later, and then you say you're married. Now, I know there's a big question mark over the marriage thing. Personally, do I think you're married? No, I don't. I think maybe you did some kind of ceremony. There's a loophole. And why that is because of Allah, Salah's friend. You know, Allah made it very clear. He said 100% not married, you know. And I know he's a bit slippery and slimy, but I kind of believe him, you know. It was too quick, too soon. I don't think, you know, I don't know the laws of Kuwait, so can't comment on that. But do I believe in my heart that you's a solid union? No. And whether you are or not is irrelevant. You don't belong there. Go home, Chantal. Go home to your family. Go home. You do not belong there. You don't look happy to me. I've watched you for a couple of months. I can see your moods and your changes, and you look absolutely miserable. You do. As much as you try and smile or whatever, you know, the eyes are the windows to the soul. And you have beautiful eyes, by the way. But behind those eyes, you can see, you know. Anyway, here's my suggestions for you. And this is not, I'm not coming from a place of hate. I'm not a hater. I'm not a part of whatever's going on with you and anybody else. I'm just saying what I'm seeing in front of me. And here's my suggestion to you. If you want to stay in Kuwait and that's what you want to do, that's your life and you've a right to do that. Now, you cannot do this on your own, clearly. Your idea of a healthy diet is it's homemade. That's not a healthy diet. Everything I made was homemade. I would have, when I did a roast dinner on a Sunday, I'd have 5 roast potatoes, 2 Yorkshire puddings. I'd pile the plate up and eat the whole bloody thing. You know, and then have whatever for dessert. Spotted dick. And I know Americans don't know what spotted dick is. It's a steamed pudding with raisins in it, and they called it spotted dip, but with custard over it. Oh, I love that. I would eat that all day. And jam roly-poly, you know, whatever. That's how we ate, you know. And I've had to make a lot of lifestyle changes, and I have. You know, I'm not perfect either. You know, I get where you're coming from. And sometimes I'll be watching a movie or whatever, and I'll think, oh, I fancy an ice cream or a piece of chocolate, or, well, not a piece, I'll eat the whole fucking bar. But, you know, no, I like my food. I love food. I love to cook. I love food, which is how I even got to you in the first place. I was looking at cooking channels and whatever, and you popped up, and then the French fried girl popped up, chicken, but you know, and then this is how I came to you originally, was, you know, watching. I like looking at recipes, and you know, this channel I'm going to do other things, you know, cooking British food and whatever. I'm no chef, but you know, just showing people, you know, how we eat in England. You know, but here's my main number one suggestion for you. What I would love for you to do is, I don't know what your money situation is, but if you can, number one, put money aside, Chantal, because if the shit does hit the fan and something happens, you can get out of there and at least have a little bit of money in your pocket. Think, Chantal, put money aside, open a separate bank account in Canada, or I don't know how you do it over there, but put money aside for yourself. Okay, make sure you do that. And if you haven't, start tomorrow. Okay, always have a backup plan, please. That's number one. Number two, if everything works out, let's say it does, and you're happy there in Kuwait or whatever, number one, you cannot do this alone. That is clear. A blind man can see that. You can't do this alone. So if you can get the money together, or you have the money, I don't know what your financial situation is. That's of no interest to me. But if you can get the money together, you have the money, look at some clinics in Kuwait where you can go. I would say a good month. You would have to leave Salah for a month, go into the clinic, let them get your intake as far as food under control. Therapy, food control, do it for at least a month, so it gives you a jump start. You would they'll feed you what you need to be eating, the correct portions. They'll teach you. Well, you already know, you've been through some of this already, but you haven't been in a controlled environment. And I swear to God, Chantal, that's what you need. A controlled environment where you get what you're given. Therapy, you have a lot of issues, you know, that you need to deal with, obviously, which is why you're here in the first place. And then exercise, you know, and get it under control now. You're almost 40. You're going to be 40 this year, correct? Once you hit that 40 mark and you continue the way you're going, how old was Jen when she died? 45? You know, I honestly don't want to see that happen to you. I think you have a lot to give. You know, even as well, if you're deciding to stay in Kuwait, you don't have to come in here eating to make money. You don't. You can do souvenirs. People love stuff from you know, the Middle East. You know, as far as souvenirs, the what are they, hookahs and abayas, and you can design abayas. You know what? This kaftan, I didn't make this one, but I have several that I put together. I saw some nice material. It's two seams down the one side on the right, one on the left. That's it. I didn't make this particular one, but I have a couple that I made, which I'll show you later. Just ran them up on my sewing machine because I like the material, and they're nice to like lurk around the house and lay around in without looking like a complete slob. Not that I'm saying, I'm not talking about you, I'm just saying normally I'd be, rolling around in an old stained t-shirt and some leggings, but if someone knocked at the door now, I'm still comfortable, but I look all right. I think anyway, there's a lot you can do, even with the perfume thing. Let me tell you about the perfume thing. I ordered perfume from Dubai the other day. Actually, Bethany Frankel recommended it, and I forget the name of it. Alfalfa, something. I'll show you this all next time. Anyway, this perfume was $15, and it smells exactly like Baccarat. Baccarat costs $324. And let me tell you, I'm not lying. I got this perfume, and I wore it to work one day, and I got so many. Oh, that is gorgeous! You smell so good. Yeah, and it was $15, and it's one of these perfumes. It stays on all day. I'll show you all next video. It stays on all day. It's fabulous. But anyway, I just want to end this right quick. It's coming up to the hour. Just going to share screen. These are just like a couple of. This is the old Chantal.
Starving.
There's something that happened to me when I was in school, something very cruel, and I never told anybody about it because it's so humiliating, and I don't know if I'll ever be ready to talk about it. I've never told anybody about it, not even my mother, and I think that's partly why I have so much hatred towards humanity, towards people, because I've been treated like pure shit from so many people for no reason. That really hurt me. And how do you forgive that? How do you do it? And I'm speaking from the heart, and I know this is really morbid, but I want to forgive them. But a part of me really wants to collect them, lock them in a basement, and watch them rot, and then set them on fire. That's how much hatred I have. And I feel like I do need to talk to somebody before it just eats me alive, And I wonder, like, why do I hurt myself for what other people have done to me when I didn't deserve it? Why? Does that make any sense? There's something that happened.
And exactly there, that's what I'm talking about, is that's pretty sad. It is. It's very sad, and she doesn't deserve that. She's clearly been bullied all her life, and sometimes, some of the reaction channels are funny. They're funny. I love French Fried Girl. I think she's funny, but sometimes I feel it feels like bullying sometimes, but I don't know the history. These people have been going back for years. I've just been watching it a couple of months, so I'm not good. But at first, that's what it felt like, and I feel, when you watch that and you see a breakdown, I can't hurt, I wouldn't want to hurt her anymore. So Chantal, I hope you listen to this. I hope that you take some of it in, some of it, you're going to be pissed at, but it is what it is. I've only been watching you a couple of months. I think you have a lot to offer. There's a lot else you can do other than think I can only make money by eating and killing myself. That's what I think. I wish you all the best. I hope you and Salah work out. Personally, leave. Go home. Go back to your family. There's somebody for everybody out there, and I wish you'd have waited for Mr. Right. You know, Salah, isn't it? Anyway, take care, everyone. Talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.